Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into a truly incredible story, a plan with some staggering ambition that they call Project X. And this all comes directly from presentations given by its own leadership.
Now, that might sound like something straight out of a movie, right? But this is the actual pitch for a venture that's unfolding in Vietnam. So let's peel back the layers of this thing, one by one, to really understand how a single platform could promise to do, well, all of that. The whole story kicks off with something you can actually go out and buy, a piece of software. And it's presented as this really intimate part of your life, an AI specifically designed to care for what matters most to you. This suite is called AI to Care for Your Loved One. And look, it's designed to weave itself into pretty much every part of your life. For your kids, it's promising personalized education. For your family, it's going to recommend health products. And for your business, it offers up tools to boost your profits. It's basically your all-in-one digital life assistant. Okay, but here's where it gets really, really interesting. The AI for Children product, right? It costs 240 million Vietnamese dong. But get this, it comes with this unbelievable guarantee. If your kid doesn't earn that exact amount back in just over 9 months, you get a full refund. And the people pitching this project insist this isn't just some empty promise. They present it as a rock-solid, financially backed contract. And they say it's underwritten by major banks who've already done all the legal homework. It's a very clever way to try and build trust right from the get-go. A guarantee like that just naturally raises a huge question. Who is really behind this, and what's their actual game? Because it turns out the software is just the front door to a much, much bigger building. You see, the AI software isn't some standalone product. No, it's the public face of this much larger corporate structure they call the Oak Group. And this whole ecosystem is designed to be completely self-sufficient. You've got OHW, that's the tech company building the software. Then there's 3K2, handling the trade of actual goods and services. And finally, Aki, which is planned to be the group's own bank, basically a credit fund for all its partners. Tech, trade, and finance, all under one roof. And this right here, this quote brilliantly lays out the real engine of the business. The speaker straight up says, the cost isn't the AI code itself, it's the data. The money you pay for the software is used to generate and buy massive amounts of user data. So in effect, the customers are paying to create the very resource that the company is collecting. It's quite a loop. So we have an AI collecting data to fuel this big corporate ecosystem. But why? The ambition here, as you're about to see, goes way beyond just building a successful company. And this is where the project's true scale just explodes into view. The Oak Group, its AI, they're apparently just tools for a secret mission, a massive initiative they call Project X. Project X is described as this epic 15-year plan to completely transform Vietnam's economy. The source claims it's backed by a colossal investment from Japan, somewhere between 130 and 450 times $1 billion. I mean, just let that sink in. All with the goal of creating 1 million high-quality jobs, all trained to Japanese standards. But the stated goals here are explicitly geopolitical. This is not just about jobs. The mission, as they lay it out, is to help Japan break free from its security treaty with the US, to heal old historical wounds, and to set up Vietnam as its #1 partner in a whole new Asian power dynamic. An ambition of that size, I mean, we're talking about redrawing the map. It requires an almost unimaginable amount of money. So the obvious question is, where is all that cash supposed to come from? The answer, according to the source material, lies in a new digital asset. This is the financial key, they say, is designed to unlock this entire vision. They call it BTC2. And it's presented as the next step in the evolution of Bitcoin, one that's supposedly engineered for central banks and governments. But here's a weird twist. It's also described as being the shares of the Oak Group itself. So it's part crypto, part company stock. And this comparison here really says it all. They explicitly frame BTC2 not just as some alternative, but as a direct upgrade to Bitcoin, a version 2.0 that's built for the global financial system, not just for individuals. But, how does this BTC2 get its value? Well, that's where another AI comes in. The source describes a system they call Qing AI that has only one job: to trade on the foreign exchange market and generate the insane profits needed to fund Project X and the whole Oak Group. And the claims for this AI's power are, well, they're astronomical. They present a simulation showing that over 15 years, Chang AI could take an initial investment of just $10,000 and turn it into $43 billion. And based on that, frankly mind-boggling power, the source projects a future where one single BTC2 token could be worth a staggering $230,000 by May of 2031.
So, okay, let's just take a breath. We've got AI software collecting data, funding a geopolitical project, powered by a trading AI, and a new cryptocurrency. But what about the human element? What's the ideology, the core belief that's driving all of this?
And this is that final layer. It turns out this whole endeavor is framed as a historic quest, led by a secretive figure they refer to only as the Master, along with his inner circle. Here, you have the project's chief of staff, Dr. Bong, arguing that this isn't simply about business. He frames it as a profound cultural mission. He's saying this entire multi-billion-dollar venture has to be built on a deep foundation of cultural understanding between all the nations involved. So, you go from an AI that cares for your family to a secret plan to reshape a continent, all funded by a crypto empire. The vision laid out in this source material is, to put it mildly, breathtaking. And it leaves us with one final, massive question. Is this the actual roadmap for a new world? Or is it just a story that's too good, too grand to possibly be true?